The honourable member for Cunningham.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I just want to say Happy Public Education Day today to all of those across all of our communities who are working in public education institutions, and some of them who might take responsibility for some of us in here indeed. So, Happy Public Education Day. It's an opportunity in particular I just want to mention to celebrate the immense value and the really significant achievements that our nation can celebrate as a result of public education, and it's a strong and very, very important part of the social infrastructure of all our communities, our public education system. We have a long tradition and we place great value in this country on people's right to access a quality education, and that is regardless of their background or circumstance, and that's been at the foundation of our public education system. It built our social and democratic traditions, and I would argue it's also the key to so much of the economic success of our country as well. In doing this, in celebrating Public Education Day, we particularly pay tribute to those who are working in the system. Obviously, the teachers and the work that they do day in and day out, as many of us as parents know, wrangling a classroom full of youngsters of any age is not an easy task, but to then light a fire of love of learning in them is an enormous achievement. And day in and day out, the teachers across our public education system dedicate themselves to that. But also, let's acknowledge the executives of our schools. We know how important the leadership team in a school is. Also, all the ancillary and support staff who are such a critical and important part of the life of our schools across our area. So I just want to say that from a personal basis, I want to extend my own thanks to them. Just to give two examples, as all of us I'm sure here do, retain very strong and fond memories of particular teachers in our own past. And I enjoyed my primary school days at Mount Warrigal Public School, and I particularly remember a teacher, Mrs LaRue. Mrs LaRue had arrived from South Africa, moved here with her husband who was a Springbok player. And she was a fantastic teacher, but she particularly encouraged us all to expand not only our academic achievements, but to look for a creative outlet. And I remember making candles and macrame, and this is going to age me, I know, but so many of the fantastic arts and crafts that were around at the time. And it was really a joyous experience every day to go to school. And in my high school years, I spent time at both Warilla High School in Wollongong's southern suburbs and Aids High School in the suburbs of Campbelltown. And at Aids High School, I had a teacher called Mr Reid. And he was a science teacher, but he specialised in geology. And I actually took geology. We talk about doing science in the senior years. I took geology in years 11 and 12. And it wasn't because I ever intended to go into the science field, to be honest. It was because he was so passionate about his field of study that it was a joy to learn with him. And I think that it's a great example of how, no matter what the topic area is, if you do a subject with someone who loves to impart the skills of learning, then you get great value out of it anyway. And so my personal thanks to all my teachers, and a special acknowledgement of those too. I also, last Tuesday, represented the Leader of the Opposition in the Town Hall in Sydney at the Public Education Foundation's Awards Night. And this was a great night, and there was lots of performances by public school students. One of our colleagues from the Senate was there as well, speaking on behalf of the Prime Minister, and the Minister from New South Wales was there. So it was a great cross-party occasion, and lots of students really shining and getting awards. I just want to acknowledge some local students: Isabel Thomas from Corrimal High School, Laura Burling from Dapto High School, Masame Yosefi, Fama Azimi, Lena Adeli and Nessa Adeli from Five Highlands Secondary College all got awards on the night. It was a tremendous occasion, showcasing what a great education can be had in our public schools across the country. So a really good opportunity to finish up the week in this place by saying happy Public Education Day.
I call the honourable